corner tonight. It's baking hot. I do have it. It's like 23 in here, so it feels hotter. I think it's because I'm right next to this this foil stuff at the top. But I think what I'll do is I'm just gonna. Well, I was just trying to decide actually what I'm going to use over this side of the cut-in. So I haven't yet put any of the point rod in down here, which I think is probably going to go on this side, on the other side. Yeah, probably. I think actually, because that'll make that looks like it will fit okay. And I can't decide where the signal box is going to go on this station. I think it might actually go down the other side of this main station. So if you remember, this comes into the main, the big station here, which sort of partly done at the moment. So I'll come back to that and do a video update in a bit on that area, although nothing's much has changed. So what I'm going to try to do is do this cutting here and try and kind of blend it in with what's going on around here. Now this area up on this bank I think is pretty much done. I'm not going to do too much more fiddling in there. I dare not, otherwise things will start breaking off. So anyway, I've got a whole load of materials to use up. I've actually got this whole WCNix fiber mold plaster, which is actually quite decent. It creates a nice nice surface. Not really smooth, so it's quite a nice one. What do I use that for? Oh, I use that for basically filling in the gaps like here. You probably can't see it on the camera there, but this is where this curves around. I've actually got like a gap here that I'm going to fill whilst this is temporary on, and as it starts to set, I'll then take this board off, and then I'll get a nice edge to it. Because remember, this part here needs to be able to come off, because if I do get any derailments, then I can take this bit off and recover anything from inside. I've toyed with the idea of having like a box, like opening like a little hatch here, so that I could just have like a little lifty hatch. It's beyond my being bothered to do it now, so I'm just going to crack on with things I know how to do rather than try to invent new things to do. So on that note, the thing I know how to do quite a lot of is of course the plaster bandage, and as I pick it up, of course it was the wrong way up and plaster went everywhere. So plaster bandage is what I've actually got to do here. I've got my water, I've got this, I'm going to cut it into strips, and I'm going to come back in a minute when this is all covered up. And in fact, what I might do is just cover the rails, because I've learned that lesson several times now, that it's a pain to clean the rails afterwards. Anyway, right, so that's that. I will come back to you shortly. Welcome back. All done over here. So I've got the landform down. You see all the way across the station now, even up to this station here where the livestock will. There'll probably be like a little track or something here for the livestock coming through to get into the pen that's going to be here on the edge. I know it's a bit far-fetched, and you didn't usually see this sort of one tiny pen to get onto one wagon, but hey, it's okay. It's a model, so it'll do. So that station. Oh yes, what I was pointing out earlier is the signal box. I think the signal box is going to go around here, which would make more sense because there's lots more point work over here. And then obviously I've got to run a whole point rod in run to these points here, which is going to be nice and costly, isn't it? So yeah, I'll do that another time probably. So you can see the cut-ins now taken shape, and where I've used this fibre mould here on the fascia, it's then created the nice I can now put the fascia back up onto this, and this stuff's really good. It goes off after like 5 minutes, so as soon as I put it on, I started to see it sort of set, and as it set, then I undid all the screws, pulled off the fascia really slowly, and it just leaves it all there in shape. So yeah, definitely recommend if you've got something like this to do. This material is really good for that. It sort of stays put. It doesn't come with the fascia as you pull it off. So really good. I'm pretty happy with it. Whilst I was in here, I also found my little I found my little tester. It was hidden in here. I had been wondering where that had got to, but yeah, in fact there was quite a lot of stuff in here. So I found a load more bushes and trees and stuff that I'd put in there for safekeeping. Brilliant. I've cleaned in here a little bit as well just now, because when trains were running in here, I don't know if it was just me, but I could hear it sort of struggling at points where it wasn't getting enough power. So that's all clean now inside there. The only other thing I've done is I put that house back up on the hill to get this view, and yeah, so this is the station. So if you follow me on RM Web, that I put a post out asking about trying to find a station that's got like a picture from from before the 1960s, preferably, where there's like a country lane sort of with hedging around it. That's it's really enclosed by the hedging. That I want a nice little quiet country lane coming down that from that hillside into the station. Probably a little car park that would have been sort of around here. This is going to have then the entrance somewhere either that side or this side, and that road then in my mind would have then sort of come away from the station, gone down through the valley, and then joined up with this road sort of down here. That's how I'm seeing it anyway, and I just think it would be better than having just a load of trees in the corner, which obviously is going to have some scenery and trees and bushes and things anyway, even if it's just a road. But I think it just gives it something else of interest to do there. Yeah, the only other thing I've got, which I can't get to at the moment because of the absolute state that I've created here after tidying up. So back to normal again. The other thing I've got is a 9F, an old Hornby 9F chassis that I need to somehow work out how I'm going to get it to fit into the Mazat-Rot, the last Mazat-Rot 9F that I've got left. But I'm pretty happy with how we've done tonight. It's nice to come back and do a bit of modelling, proper modelling as well. Getting messy and stuff. So that's good. Yeah, so I'll wait for all that to set. Probably paint that tomorrow night brown, using your poster paints or whatever paint I can find, acrylics probably. Then yeah, try and get that back up, the fascia back up, because I don't like having it down. So I'll get the fascia back up and do some static grass on it. Probably that'll be my next update. I would have thought. Hopefully, trying to sort out the mess that I've created with the plaster stuff at the top there. But yeah, I hope everyone's keeping well. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you soon. Cheers. Bye.